What's going on, guys? Today we got a very special episode of Popular Culture. As you can see, we don't have Rico today. We have my special guest today,
Ethan.
Ethan. This is my little guy. If you look, we kind of look the same. We did a little Control Paste, Control C, Control V. This guy, and we are reviewing
One.
Transformers One. We did a early reviewing of Transformers One yesterday, and we're going to go dive into all the nits and bits about that. But before we're gonna roll that, we're gonna make sure you guys are
Ready.
ready. We're gonna make sure we like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below what you think about this video. And we're gonna roll the intro.
Poppin' with the culture.
Pop it like it's hot.
Poppin' with the culture.
Pop it like it's hot. Taking it top to the top. Now you're ready to pop. Look up in the sky. It's a bird or a plane.
No!
It's Rico driving Chris insane. Talking about Spider-Man, Batman, Joker, Mary Jane. Keeping it real. Men of Steel with their comic book game.
Poppin' with the culture.
Pop it like it's hot.
Poppin' with the culture.
Pop it like it's hot.
Keeping it real. Men of Steel with their comic book game. With their comic book game.
All right, guys, we're back. So this episode of Popular Culture is a little special because Transformers, as between my son and I, we really bonded together as far as Transformers goes. He's not as fluent as transforming as I was at his age, but he's working on it. But he really loved the first Transformers movie, the cartoon movie, right? What was your favorite part of the original Transformers movie?
I would say Battazatron.
No, not that. We'll get there. The first one, the cartoon one.
The fun part was like when, you know, you
Oh, when Unicron chopped on the Cybertron on the planets.
yep,
Okay, yeah.
most fun. Like if I was him, I'll be like, oh, my belly is full.
All right, he ate all the planets. He ate the moon and everything, all different planets, right? But anyway, we're not going to be talking about that this episode. We're talking about Transformers 1. Pretty exciting movie. My only gripe, really big gripe about the movie, it was we didn't get a full CGI movie, like as in the beginning of Bumblebee. If you guys remember the Bumblebee live action, that was about like a minute of good, strong CGI, high CGI, high def characters in that movie. And I think a lot of people's big gripe was that. I think this movie, Transformers 1, was more along the lines of, I want to say Transformers Prime, if you guys remember that, about 5 or 10 years back. Transformers Prime, remember watch that? The Transformers Prime, we had Megatron, right? And all the purple stuff and everything, the Dark Energon, right? So now this one was a little more cartoony, but it still brought a lot of elements. Still brought a lot of strong elements, a lot of strong characters that we introduced. Well, not really introduced. I think it was more the origin story of the two big guys. We had Megatron and Optimus Prime. So their original names was D16, right? D126,
Yeah.
right? It was Megatron's original name, and then we have Optimus Prime's original name was, remember that? His original name? Orion Pax. Orion Pax was his original name. And so we got to figure out where they came from and how we got to Optimus Prime, this guy right here, and Megatron. So, Ethan, what was your favorite part of the movie? I think we both of us had the same favorite part. Which part was it?
I would say Jetplex. Let's go in the race.
Oh, when they were running the race?
Yeah.
Yes. So at some point in the movie, D126, Megatron, and Orion Pax, Optimus Prime, they jump into a race. They were like Iacon. It was Iacon 5000. So again, this is before the war breaks out, before you have Decepticons and Autobots, the different factions. They were being led by Sentinel Prime. And if you guys remember Sentinel Prime in the live action movie, you know who Sentinel Prime is and what he did with the Autobots and how he kind of backstabbed.
Betrayed.
He betrayed them. So you wind up getting this. We're not going to review any. We're not going to spoil alerts. We're not going to going to ruin anything there for spoilers. But outside of that, it gets pretty intense. They go into this cool like Hot Wheels type racing montage of all the Transformers because D126, all the miners, because there are minor bots, D126, you got Alita 1, you got a lot of characters from G1. You had like Cliff Jumper, Jazz, a whole bunch of menagerie of G1 Autobots that are there, but they don't have their transforming cog. What do they need their transforming cog for?
To
To
transform.
transform, right? So they didn't have that. They didn't have that part of them. They're actually, when they're brought online, it's been taken away from them. So they are just miners. They're worker bots, and so all the transforming robots are part of this race, right? And how do they what do they use to run the race?
I would say like most of the riders have like turned into like planes.
Planes? Oh no, what did D126 and Orion Pax use to run the race?
Jetpacks.
Jetpacks. So they got jetpacks that they were using for when they were mining how to travel around, and it's cool because you showed the in the mines was actually moving around because it's part of Cybertron, and it's part in Cybertron is the Primus, right? So we got Primus, so you can see the different caves, the different caverns, and everything. So they kind of move and everything and adjust. So they have to use these stilts to hold everything up and try to get in there and mine the energon and everything. So they have to how they navigate through the mines is through jetpacks, right? So they wind up using jetpacks to run the race, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like a very Hot Wheels, Mickey Mouse racer kind of race. And then that was pretty cool. And then we wind up finding out we meet up with Bumblebee, who is B126, I believe, right? And they said B, but his nickname is
Passatron.
it was Badassatron, right? That was the running joke of throughout the movie, and it was a funny part. I think we've said this Badassatron I think 20 times just today alone, just walking around. So that was the big funny joke in the movie. There were a few funny moments in there that everyone you can hear in the theater laughing and everyone chuckling around. But it was a really nonstop. There was some points where they're just talking, just trying to like get through the.
And like the like the background noise when you like put up your chair, it's like stop that squeezing, stop that squeezing.
Oh yeah, right. Because we were in the movie theater, we had reclining chairs in the movie theater we were at, and everyone kept moving the chairs, and you all hear. So it kind of added to the movies because it sounded like robot sounds moving, but it also took away from the movie because it kept sounding like right.
Also, it kind of went with it because Steve, well, he's not a real robot.
Oh yeah, so B he's down in the garbage, right? The garbage recycling safe space.
Level 50, but he thought they were only 40. But this is the like underground. Do you know what's so boring about the fifth floor? All you get to see is watch garbage falling.
Yep, that's all he did. The whole time he was down there forever. He kept getting repositioned into different jobs, right? So then you wind up escaping. They wind up going out to the surface to try to find
Matrix.
the Matrix. They're trying to find the Matrix of leadership. So they're trying to find the Matrix of leadership, and they wind up finding Alpha Trion. Alpha Trion gives them their own transforming cogs, and then they go into a whole big montage of where Sentinel Prime is, how we get to reveal of where Megatron winds up turning to the dark side. Not dark side, I mean turning evil, right? There's a cool scene with Starscream, right? Starscream and Megatron, and then we get Megatron's big army cannon, right? So then outside of like just your rage is like you see like his eyes turn yellow. Initially, his eyes are yellow, and later on the end of the movie, you get Megatron and his eyes turn red. But for a glimpse, for a moment, you see Orion Pax seeing Megatron, D136. Is his eyes turn like orangey red, and then like his arm cannon just magically kind of transforms out of his arm, and he's ready to blow Starscream's head off, right? What do you think about that scene?
I'll say like, how about we take it down a notch? How's that sound?
Yeah. So it got really intense, right? And then so you have that whole montage, and then trying to get back into Cybertron and everything. And there was a good amount of excitement, a good amount of not so much there was not that much music per se, not like say Transformers the movie or other Transformers like live action movies. There was kind of like pass by music, so it wasn't really a good soundtrack or anything like that. So it wasn't like so upbeat. But it was cool to see Cybertron as before the war. See it, before it got blown up or ravaged by war and everything else. So what else? What was other favorite take from the movie?
I would say, like, like, so how Megatron got the giant cannon.
Mhm.
Guess what also happened? Magically, he gets an axe.
Oh
a
yeah.
magical axe.
Well, not magical axe. It was like his energy axe. So because Orion Pax finally evolves or transforms, he winds up getting the Allspark from Primus. Not the Allspark. He winds up getting the Matrix leadership from Primus. I'll tell you why or how. But the general evolution. We wind up getting Optimus Prime because at that point he's still Orion Pax, but then he winds up getting the Matrix leadership, and he winds up coming back up like a Super Saiyan out of nowhere, and then he gets the from Gen 1. If you guys remember Gen 1, the Energon or Energy Axe that comes out, and he's like, everyone's like, what the heck, right? What's going on? He got like an axe, so he winds up using it for a defensive mode. So it's like a spinning because Megatron's trying to shoot him, and all the other robots that are there are shooting, and they're having this giant battle. And then what happens is they wind up leaving, and then you have this age of peace and everything else. So, but then it actually, it sets it up for the next movie if they do the next movie. But we all know what happens from there. You get the Great War, they go into millennia of fighting and everything else. But right now, then at the end of the movie, you wind up. Oh, make sure guys stay till the end of the movie. Don't wait. Don't get up because you have those post credits and that you get the big reveal of the. Who's at the end?
Bumblebee.
No, not Bumblebee. Decepticons. We get the Decepticons. We finally get the name or how the Decepticons become the Decepticons and where they get their name from. So again, try not to spoil anything, but if you know Transformers or Transformers lore, basic Transformers lore, they're trying to show you basically that's what happens. With how it is, but we're going to leave a lot of details out because we want you to go see the movie. Go check out the movie. It's awesome. It comes out this week for nationwide, worldwide. Again, we are able to get to see early viewing yesterday, so that was pretty cool and enjoyed it with the family. And you have any last words, E?
Bassatron.
Badassatron. Well, guys, thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the special edition of Pop Into Culture. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down there. And if you have any thoughts about the movie, make sure you leave those comments. We always like to read those and get back to you guys and have that conversation with you guys. So again, guys, Pop Into Culture. I'm Chris.
Ethan.
He's Ethan, and we'll see you next time.
You say things, but I don't understand.
What do you mean?
Like, that's the camera.
That's the camera there.
We're talking on here. How can we talk on the camera?
No, that's the microphone's plugged into the camera. You're talking. See where the camera? Just look at the phone.
Okay, yeah, I see the plug like it.
Right. Okay. So you look at the camera and you talk at the camera. Right.
Okay, but again, hello.
Yes.
Reply.
It's picking you up. Don't worry. Trust me.
That.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.